This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 21, verse 2. Flee from sin as from the face of a serpent. For if thou comest too near it, it will bite thee. The teeth thereof are as the teeth of a lion, slaying the souls of men. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Heavenly Father's only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. The honors to our apostles, the elders, a great millstone for teaching us His truth according to the Bible. And who will well, and not shall one, not a sincere argument throughout the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth through diligence and sincerity and in charity and in shalom. To all you sincere followers, believers of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, not just hearers of the word, but doers as well, you men, women, and children, hopefully like shalom. And as you can see from that little clip, all right, the guy was a snake charmer, and this snake ultimately bit him, all right, and it made me think about a couple of precepts which I got queued up. I'm gonna bring them out, and more ones less edifying, wrap it on up. So it made me think about Ecclesiastes 21. It says, "Flee from sin." What is sin? Transgressing the law. And, you know, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, it was like foreigners ought to be in a mindset of fleeing from sin in these latter days if you want to be protected, all right, want to be delivered from the chaos and destruction that's getting ready to befall this place called America. Okay, that's what your mindset should be on, fleeing from sin, all right, and sin is written throughout the scriptures on what the Lord requires from us. And one of the major things is, you read Exodus, the 20th chapter, to have no other gods before him. All right, if you're worshiping Jesus Christ, you up in these churches, that is a form of sin. It's idol worshiping. All right, Acts, the 7th chapter, tells you the Lord dwells not in temples made with hands. Okay. You know, we say Jake, we're talking about Jacob, who had 12 sons, right? Once again, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Latinos, Native American Indians, so-called Negroes, all right? Your diet is horrible. Here it is, the Lord tells us to refrain from these abominations, eating shrimp, shellfish, catfish, pork, calamari, squid, you name it, man. But Jake loved it so. And therefore, okay, the wages of sin is death. Romans, the 6th chapter. It says, Ecclesiastes 21 and 2, flee from sin as from the face of a serpent. For if thou comest too near it, it will bite thee like it did this guy. Okay? You see how close it got to him? He got to it. All right. And it tore his ass up. But that's what sin's going to be to the ones of our people that come too close to it. All right. It says, the teeth thereof are as the teeth of a lion, slaying the souls of men. Let's stay in this book and go to Sirach. I think it's 12. Yeah, I'm going to start at 10. The point, I think, is in 13. It says, never trust thy enemy. Who's your enemy? The self-proclaimed so-called white man along with the other nations. Psalms 83 goes into that. It says never. Never means never, not at any time. Trust thy enemy. For like his iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Now look at the ones of our people who trusted him with this whole C19. All right, back here in 2019. Now the people who trusted in him, They're dropping like flies, man. Okay, and it's not being reported as it should be. All right, it says, verse 11, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. Once again, Edom, the wicked. Malachi 1 and 4. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. His wickedness is still there, because a leopard can't change his spots. Neither them that are accustomed to doing evil do good, roughly paraphrasing. This man was set up to be evil, wicked, and we're not to trust him. And the more you're along and go along with his program that he has prescribed, all right, the closer you are to deletion. All right, the closer you are to sin. All right, and the further you are away from your power. All right, the word calls God and Jesus, whose true names in ancient Hebrew. All right, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh, he is, he exists. Bahashem, in the name, or come in the name of Yahweh Shai, which means he is the deliverer, he saves. Going back to Matthew 1 and 21. It says, verse 12, Ecclesiastes 12 and 12, set him not by thee, lest when he has overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. All right, these things you're supposed to be remembering. Verse 13 is the point. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent? Or any of such come nigh wild beast? Okay? You're not going to pity a person that did this, right? Why the hell are you playing with a snake for that close anyway? Especially a snake like this. How much more the self-proclaimed so-called white man? You know his track record. You know how he's been. Well, he's produced on the earth nothing but wickedness. But our people are going to flock to him because they don't know any better. All right? And that hour of temptation, Revelation 13, that sea hill where you can't buy or sell, a lot of our people are going to, they're going to fold like envelopes. All right? And it is a sin to take it. Okay? And we're here to warn our people of these things. Once again, you don't hear this message in school from your counselors, things of that nature. You hear it from the true men of the Lord. They're not going to hold back. They're going to tell you the good, the bad, the ugly of the scriptures. And for those of you who trust in this man, that trust in this place, we're not going to have any pity for you, man. All right? One last precept. Because all roads is leading to that sea hill. All roads is leading to picking a side, choosing a side. All right? You know, Jake has straddled the fence long enough. Now you're going to choose a side, man. Are you going to be on the side of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai? Or are you going to be, be charmed by this snake bite that's getting ready to happen? All right, through that sea hip. This is Isaiah 30 and 1. Woe unto them that go down to Egypt for help. Woe means destruction. And stay upon horses and trust in chariots, because they are many. All right, modern day Egypt is America. And in horsemen, because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. And the elect, all right, stand in this book, Isaiah, is going to come back and trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai with everything they have. All right, they're not going to be pricked therewith. All right, they're not going to be charmed by the snake charmer. All right, this is Isaiah 10 and 20, and it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel, all right, the elect, and such as escape of the house of Jacob, all 12 tribes shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. All right. So the elect out of the 12 tribes of Israel are going to come back and trust in the Lord. Okay? And that's what you want to be a part of. So Lord willing, us to edify until next time I say shalom.